Hello and welcome to my allotment garden. My name is Meka and you can find me on Instagram as Natural Organic Changes. This is my little slice of heaven. So guys, this is my main plot. Well, this is the first plot I ever had. And on this plot, we're growing lots of greens and also lots of weeds. Joking anyway. This plot has actually been neglected a bit. So we've got chicory. It is radicchio. It's a bitter green. I juice with it a lot, and so that's why I have it there. Some more carrots here. I didn't actually show you my carrot bed, and I've got two big carrot beds. I'll probably insert a photo of that. I've got asparagus here. This is just gone to seed because in the winter it doesn't produce. It's going to come back in the spring. I've got some Swiss chard, rainbow chard, and weeds again. I've also got some cauliflower greens. This place we cover them up because we have so many pests and pigeons eat your leaves. Like if I show you this kale, lots of pigeons come and pick them, so we have to cover them up with some enviromesh, it's called. So I've got some Romanesco cauliflowers in there. They will form up over the winter months. I've also got here, I've got some Brussels sprouts. They're purple. Again, I love purple vegetables. I've got some kale in the corner there, and my purple cabbage is growing there. I've also got my winter crop. So this is the vegetables I will harvest in the winter months. So I've got my Chinese cabbage. It should be really beautiful. First time growing them in this color. I've also got some purple cabbage, I believe, or that could be, yeah, that is cabbage. I've got some kale. I've got like 3 different varieties of kale. This is just the normal green kale. I've got the emerald. This one is, it has a whitish streak to it. And yeah, what's this one called again? Anyway, that's another variety of kale I have there. And some rockets, if you can see the rockets behind the Chinese cabbage. And I have my sweet potatoes. Now this summer has been horrible, let's just put it that way, because we've not had enough sun. So I'm not really expecting a great harvest from the sweet potato, but we'll see. This is my sweet potato bed. I've got my globe artichoke here. I've got some purple ones and I've got some normal green ones. I plan on growing some of my black currants here next year, just over there. And I've got a few courgettes at the end there. And that's our shed. We've got shed on each side of the plot. These are a few sweet corns. These are meant to be popping corns when they're mature. So these are not ready yet. I've got a kiwano. This is I think a horn melon it's called. So kiwano this is. I have also got more crown prince squashes here and a few more Turkish turbans. So I got crown prince there. I got Turkish turban. I've got another squash that was a mystery squash, I'll call it. It's just come out there, but we will harvest it. And a few more potatoes that I've gone to see. So this is more like wild area. Encouraging, sorry about the noise, cars driving past this end. Encouraging biodiversity, like I said. So I've got nettles, stinging nettles growing here. They have gone to seed now, so we won't eat them, but they'll come back next year. And they're so good, so good for the health. So I use them, and I also use them to encourage wildlife and also enhance biodiversity, and also they are a source of fertilizers for my plants. And I try my best to encourage soil biodiversity by planting, and I'm just learning more about planting more flowers. I've got calendula here, I've got some dahlias, and I've also got some flowers from my oregano. We also try and practice permaculture principles. So we use mulch as a way to suppress weeds and also retain moisture in the soil. Like this celery plants really love water. If you look here, the soil here is really dry, but in here it's still nice and moist, and that helps us reduce the workload as well in our garden. So I suffered years of chronic pain and fatigue and eczema, which I was practically born with. And then doctors weren't able to get diagnosis, but eventually I got diagnosed with what's called fibromyalgia. I struggled to get solution. There was no proper medical cure. Then finding that I could use herbs, use phytonutrient-rich foods, which are really foods that are high in antioxidants that can help fight diseases, by the grace of God, I've been able to heal myself. And this is what I really teach and preach about on Instagram, because I want to encourage people that we can actually use nature, what God has given to us naturally, to heal our bodies and get rid of toxic processed junk food from our systems. So this is one thing that is really, really dear to my heart, and I'm really grateful for the space where I can grow my own herbs. Then I know they're organic, they're pesticide free, and I also know the nutritional profile I'm getting. Something that's really dear to my heart is growing tropical foods that I grew up with, such as these garden eggs. Look at that. This is all grown organically, and I think I might as well just harvest this. That is beautiful. It's not an aubergine, it is a garden egg. These tropical foods really make me happy. Howbeit the challenges of our weather, we're unable to grow them and be self-sufficient in them. But look at that okra. That's amazing. In England, unbelievable. I think that's just one of the rewards of growing your own food, you know, nurturing little tiny seeds to give you food. Some other things that are new to me this year is tatashe. These are my bell peppers from Africa. I grew this just from simple shop bought seeds, and yeah, I've got a few more. I'll show you. Lots of tatashe plants and pepper getting ready to be harvested. Although we do have some damage, we are also still harvesting some more. And that's all. That's also a tatashe plant there, and some more there. And I've got a garden egg that's got a bit of a baby there, if you can see. That's so. This is my little slice of the jungle. So this is a little sample of what we normally get every other day at the allotment. This is some borlotti beans, some French runner beans, and I think I've got some cobra beans there. A few cucumbers, some herbs, and my tatashe, okra, aubergine, or not aubergine, garden egg. This is a giant garden egg. Honestly, I can't wait to try that. And a few tomatoes underneath there. And yeah, this is it. This is a bean frame. We've got lots of beans. These are going to be dried up for my baked beans, for the boys especially. They love baked beans, and I'm so glad that I can actually grow for them. So although allotment life is a lot of hard work, we do make our time to relax and have some fun. The atmosphere is so serene. It's so beautiful, lots of greenery and flowers, and we're having food as well. Yeah, sometimes we even come here and have swallow, but today we're having some fruits and having some mangoes, some cucumbers which we picked, and we also have some nuts and some sunflower shoots. So yeah, this is part of what we do at the allotment. So we've come to the very end of our day at the allotment. We've picked a few vegetables for our meal, and they look so beautiful, don't they? In as much as this looks pretty, my main focus is not in aesthetics. It's actually in the nutritional profile of my food. So for instance, this purple cabbage here is rich in anthocyanins. It's really good healing properties, destroys free radicals, and helps our immune system. I've also got my purple carrots. I've got my purple potatoes. I love purple colored foods because of their nutritional profile. We've also got the onions here. I've got my first Turkish turban squash. We've got some sweet corn. This is always going to go down well for a dinner snack. And yeah, tomatoes, my okra, my garden egg, which is so massive. Can you imagine? That's huge. And yeah, a few flowers. These are actually nasturtium. They are edible flowers. They are delicious. I'll just show you. They're really tasty. They're a bit peppery, but they're so good for you. And then I've got a few runner beans here. I've got some oregano flowers, and yeah, some kale. So some herbs here as well. I want to encourage you. Sorry, nasturtium is a bit spicy. Wherever you are in the world, try and grow something. Honestly, it's not as difficult as it sounds, and you don't need to grow on a large scale. For me, we're trying to be self-sufficient, so I'm growing on a big scale. But wherever you are, you know, balcony is fine, little containers, just grow something, because food is indeed medicine. And today, we don't know what's in the food that we're being served and sold, you know, from the supermarkets, and we can actually do better at making sure we improve our nutritional profile and reduce chronic and acute diseases that can be reversed or prevented by good nutrition. I really hope you've enjoyed my little slice of heaven. Look at the serene environment, look at the flowers, and it's so peaceful. You can hear the birds singing. You're shut out from the rest of the world, and this is one of the reasons I do this. So it's good for your mental health and physical health, and you will never regret growing your own food. Trust me, it is hard work, don't get me wrong. Sometimes the food doesn't come out the way we grew them and the way we planned, but it is worth it. Thank you so much. Please follow me on Instagram at Natural Organic Changes. I have more, garden tips, and I do few recipes, healthy recipes. I also do a few things about lifestyle there, and I would love to see you there. Thank you so much once again, and I hope this video has inspired you to grow something. A few years ago, I was growing nothing, and now look at this. I can actually feed my family a whole complete meal without needing to go to the supermarket. Thank you so much again. Bye.